Hey there, Rick Khan here, and in just a minute, I'm going to reveal a top method to create high converting lookalike audiences on Facebook ads post iOS. Now, it's a method that you can easily create for a new laser targeted audience so that when you put an offer in front of these people, they'll be most likely to take that offer up at the lowest cost. Here's why. Since Facebook has had so many issues when it comes to tracking post iOS, advertisers have been seeing worse results from using lookalikes, even when using email lists and purchase lists as their source audience. But what most of us discovered that after lots of testing was that when you know how to use lookalike audiences that feed Facebook with as much information as possible, then you're able to create the best audience to target. That's why this method does this in a way that 1, it keeps everything tracked so that your results are accurate. 2, it's very cost effective that virtually anyone with a single dollar a day can do this. And 3, has been personally giving me one of the highest results when it comes to getting a conversion from a sales or a lead objective. So just to mention, just for those who don't know what a lookalike audience is, or you just need a quick refresher, basically a lookalike audience uses a custom audience from a source audience such as your email list, your website visitors, purchasers, and so on. Then when you select the source and you create the audience, Facebook duplicates those people who share similar characteristics, where they say their system leverages information such as demographics, interests, and behaviors. And that's why it's super important to make sure the source audience has as much data as possible, because the more you can feed Facebook, the better it duplicates. Unfortunately, this method reveals how you can do just that. But quickly, before I show you this method, just something you might not expect, because if you weren't aware, my agency offers a done-for-you Facebook advertising service where we've set aside some time so that we can hop on a free strategy call that gives you pure value. And let's say on the call we find we're a good fit, we can then partner up and we'll personally create, manage and optimize your campaigns, essentially taking all of the workload off your hands. And if you're interested in finding out more, you can just check out the link in the description below, and there you can directly book a call to find out more. But with that said, let's just jump straight into it, where we're going to start our lookalike audience by keeping everything on Facebook. Now, we do this by creating content on a Facebook post, a video, or even an MP3 audio with a picture on the screen, and then turning that into a video. Because by doing this, you're able to create and 1, gather an audience that resonates with your message, 2, you'll gather an audience that connects with the way you teach, and 3, you'll gather an audience that stays on the Facebook platform for the most data feeding. So here's how to do this. Depending on your niche, you want to make a video that helps solve a problem of your prospect so that you can collect video view data. But again, if you don't want to use a video, you can use a simple post for engagement. Or if you prefer using audio, just do a recording and bang up a simple image on the screen with subtitles. That'll be enough. No need to be fancy here. We only want those who are perfect to be duplicated by Facebook's machine. And however you deliver that isn't important as long as it conveys the message you're trying to say in this. So then the question is, what should you do for the content? So the key is to focus on helping your prospect solve the problem that you can help with. So you want to create a short template of where your ideal customer is at and where they want to be. Now this is similar to what Frank Kern teaches in the escape and arrival technique. But then you want to create content to help them get the results to where they want to be, essentially taking them down the process of getting your prospects to learn what they need to know. Now here's the thing, you can create multiple videos or you can simply bundle a short mini lesson or course in just a single video. But the quickest way, as an example, let's say you sell meditations to help people with stress. You could just create a short 5-minute meditation for fast stress relief. Or you can create a guide such as 5 ways to help deal with stress, or even 7 signs you're overstressed and a simple method to solve this. Or another example, let's say if your service is personal training, you could just create a 15-minute workout guide for fat burning, or even an ultimate macro planning guide, or whatever's best for your audience. Because you should already have all the avatar down before doing any of this. If you haven't, then get that down first. However, Once you have the content down, then it's time to put that in front of a cold audience. These are people who have never heard of you or your brand before. So to do this, you want to start with an engagement campaign. And you can literally use $1 a day in this, or if you want fast results, then obviously you can just increase the budget. So once you've selected the engagement, in the ad set, go to conversion, select on your ad, and then the engagement type, make sure it says video views. And on optimization and delivery, make sure through play is selected. Or if you're creating a long how-to post, instead of a video, on engagement type, just select post engagement. So once you've done the basics, then in detailed targeting, you want to target a broad interest. Now, I do have a very detailed video about using broad interests and ways to use Facebook's algorithms for targeting. Now, I'll leave that in the description below, or you can click somewhere on this video. But here, you want to enter a broad term. So let's say if your niche is yoga, just enter yoga. If it's fishing, enter fishing. If it's travel, enter travel, and so on. Now, I would suggest doing a few more ad sets with multiple broad interests, but again, it depends on your budget, where I'll also link a video below that goes into how to use detailed targeting to exploit the algorithm, because you want to find the lowest cost per 25% or whatever your target is per video view. And the best way you can do that is to look at as much data as possible. And the method I use is to separate each ad set, targeting multiple broad interests. But once you've done that, after about 4 to 7 days, I would then check the data, then just simply keep the winners on and turn all the losers off. So at this point, here's something I do, but it's not essential for you, which is I usually just run this video until I get at least 1,095% video views before turning them into a lookalike audience. You don't have to, and you can work with 25% video views or more, and then later on, when you build enough data for 95%, then you can turn them into your lookalike source. But with that said, once you pass at least 1,000 views, then let's get into the custom audience and convert those views into a top converting lookalike. So on the Ads Manager dashboard, go to Audiences, select Create Audiences, go to Custom Audiences, and then choose Meta Sources for video. Press Next. Now, what I do is separate each video view, such as 25%, 50%, 75%, and so on, but choose which you have data for at least 1,000 video views. Then once you've done that, select Choose Videos and select the video you ran to the audience. Label it and create audiences. And now you have a custom audience of that video view that you can also retarget with an offer, which I have something to show you if you stay all the way till the end. But with that said, now you want to create your lookalike audience, where you press Create Audience, select Lookalike Audience, and select your lookalike source, which is other sources, and then select the custom audience you just created. Then all you do is select the country, which for me, I would separate each country, which I usually use UK, USA, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. And you can choose the audience size, where I start with 1%, and then you can expand to 2, 3, 4, and so on. Then anyway, once you've done all this, create your audience and then repeat for all your other countries, and you now have your lookalike audience ready. Now, just quickly, in case you're unsure where to put this audience, all you do is go to your ad set. Under audience, you will go to custom audiences and just select the lookalike audiences, and you'll have the targeting ready to go. Now, I want to give a bonus tip here that uses the power of Facebook's AI that no one else is teaching, because when you create this video, you want to also make sure to squeeze the juice as much as you can here by utilizing that video you've just done. And you can do it in a way that gets you conversions quickly. So what you're going to do is run your offer, which will be a conversion ad alongside the video that you're building an audience with. And when you do this, Facebook will show the conversion ad to those who watch the video at the right time and when they're most likely ready to convert. So here's what you should do. When you create a custom audience of video views watched, go to the retention and change it to 28 days. And again, create the audience, because you don't want Facebook to retarget anyone over 28 days, as most people, they just most likely will forget who you are or what you even taught. But anyway, go to saved audiences and add your lookalike audience and fill out the rest of the boxes that's relevant to your targeting. Once you save the audience, you can create a lead ad or a sales conversion ad, and in the audience section of your ad set, you can then use the saved audience in the targeting section. And what this will do, when you publish the ad, it'll retarget everyone who watched or also continues to watch the video at the percentage you selected, which will drive you a high conversion for your money. Now, I hope all of this made sense for you. If anything you need help with, just let me know below and I'll message you back. But something important to mention, because when it comes to cold audiences, the key to targeting is to know how Facebook uses its machine learning and understanding the algorithm, where I'll show you the best Facebook ads tutorial right here. And make sure to let me know if this video was useful by leaving a thumbs up. And until then, don't forget to keep updated with advertising by simply to consider to subscribe below.